Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by W Energy Drinks, Drinks for Gamers and Eldridge Air Conditioning. So round 5 of our Sunday League Porsche Cup Championship, and we remain here for this round at Laguna Seca, at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. And we had the kind of the preview, haven't we? The support act last time out. We were sort of about twice in a week we've been at this venue. We had the BTCC GR4 Championship running out of here, and now here we are with the GR3 Porsches going around the same piece of tarmac here on the west coast of the United States. Now this is the main event. All the crowds up for this, and the two races that we've got coming up, I think, are going to be, well, truly awesome. I reckon this is we know from the BTCC and from previous rounds around here that it's a real tough track, short track. So it's only sort of 2.2 mile anti-clockwise, but as you know by now, it's all about precision round here and focus because of the runoffs. There isn't any, and if you the slightest half inch off the curbing or off the track onto the soft stuff, well, you're going to know about it, that's for sure. And with the infamous corkscrew mixed in there as well, I think we're in for all sorts of fun and games. But these boys have had well over a week to have a practice of around here, and I think we're raring to go for this first race. Softs all around for the drivers on this one. So I think without further ado, I'll do the points next time out. I won't bother with them now. So let's get this first race underway, shall we? So leading it off from the front is Dyson. Got Inky in second place, Brian Mechanic in third, Hodgie fourth, Niggle there in fifth place, myself, Paul in sixth, Brian Moncani seventh, James Stephen in eighth, Brownie in ninth, Slowpoke 10th, Love Rocket Rods in 11th, Stealth in 12th, Seamus 13th, Sideways George in 14th, and Rossi there in 15th. Now, we are actually one short, and it happens to be Motorstorm Hero, who's obviously up there fighting with the championship along with Dyson at the moment, and the top two. This is Dyson's chance now to get a right good lead in the points. If he's not here at all, I don't think Motorstorm Hero on this round, so double points almost for Dyson to take advantage of here over him. So, let's see how he gets on. Here we go. So over to cross the line to start this 19-lap race around Laguna Seca down to turn one for the first time. I'm on the brakes for this double apex left-hander. All sorts of different lines going in that one and out of that one as we see them all stream through. A shot of them all coming through. There was Sideways at the back there, who's already been taken by Rossi into turn one. But this is Dyson's opportunity, as I say, to really put the hammer down and try and get victory here. But we know there's all sorts of perils to be had around this track, as we see Brian the Mechanic hounding the back of Inky here up towards a corkscrew for the first time. And Brian the Mechanic do? I think he's going to go for that one. No, he isn't. So remains in third. And we've got Hodgie. Oh, Hodgie's gone. Hodgie's had a moment and he's at the corkscrew. So the first victim of that part of the circuit is Hodgie. So loses a few spots back to ninth place. Let's have a quick look, see what happened there. Did he just get himself on the curb, maybe? Have a look. Well, kind of, yeah. It took a little bit too much of that inside curve, a little bit of dirt as well. And it didn't like that, did it? So back to ninth he drops. So lost a few places, as I say. Fortunately, though, it's not too bad. He's not ended up upside down as he is. Love Rocket Rods has a look up Slowpoke for 10th place, but didn't get that done. It's all happening here at the back here, isn't it? Love Rocket, Stealth, Seamus going through final corner. And go across the line to start lap 2. I think Dyson's got the bit between his teeth already. I think he can smell victory this early on as well. pressure's off a little bit, isn't it, with Dyson? The fact that Motorstorm Hero isn't here, his closest rival, and even though he still want to win, it's not really going to make too much difference if he comes second or third or maybe even fourth. Still going to be getting more points than what Motorstorm is, obviously. So yeah, kind of pressure off a little bit for him as he goes through the corkscrew. Inky just now clearing Brian the Mechanic. Back to Niggle, up to fourth now. So the two teammates, third and fourth, and then Paul has made his way up to fifth place now, trying to get onto the back of Niggle, with Brian Moncani in sixth, James in seventh, Brownie in eighth. To the final corner and out the other side for these boys. Across the line, down towards turn one. So still Dyson, Inky, Brian the Mechanic, Paul. Oh, that was a bit deep from Paul. Though he does tend to like that wider line in and out of turns one and two. Brian Moncani, who will no doubt start to pile on the pressure into the back of Paul if he gets close. O'Brien, he's pretty much can drive anything, can't he? As we see Paul now just having a look at Niggle. No, it's too far back. So James there, seventh place. Didn't have the best qualifying, did he, James? But he's in seventh at the moment. Oh, almost loses it in the corkscrew. Trouble is in these Porsches, as you come off the edge of that corkscrew, the front of the car goes light and it lifts. Oh, Brian's gone. Brian Moncani, that's got to be he must have got his back wheels on the dirt there and he's smoking it. And now he's all dirt on the tyres, and that's not good from Brian. And I've missed it now, so we'll have to see how we go. So we're back to lap one. We don't want lap one, do we? Let's go to lap three, shall we? So lap three starts. Brian is I'm trying to find it, but I think I've lost it now. I think basically, I think he got his wheels on the dirt there and got it round, spun it round, just catching his back wheel the dirt there, so he loses that place to James. Stephen, it's back to seventh from Brian. It's still kicking up the dust, so not really learned his lesson. He's really pushing out there, isn't he, Brian? But it's easy done around here. You, as I say, you've got the precision, you've got to be so precise around here. You're talking inches. He hits that curb, and there's very high curbs here as well at Laguna Seca, as you probably already know if you've watched the BTC Championship prior to this. You'll know that the curbs are very high, very tough if you hit them. Stream uphill towards the corkscrew, sideways draws up to 14th now. Rossi drops back down to 15th. Got ahead of sideways, you've got Stealth there in 13th. The tyres are going to be not the greatest come the end of this race for some of the drivers. 19 laps is quite a long way in soft tyres around here. So by the time we hit the end of the race, there's going to be a few that could well be struggling with grip around here. So we'll wait and see if any of that has an effect on things happening further down in the race. But Seamus now looking at the back of Love Rocket, who's all the way back down to 11th now. So Love Rocket's the best start, as he thought he was further up than that, but maybe he's had issues somewhere. Dropped back behind Slowpoke, although he's having a look at Slowpoke now. Get that done, did he? So still remains in 11th then for Rocket Rods. Ahead of them is Hodgie, who's still in 9th after his spin at the corkscrew. Brownie in 8th, and the Brownie Mechanic in 7th. So these two are pretty close. Brownie gets right up behind Brownie Mechanic on the brakes at the corkscrew. Oh, and James has gone. James has gone. Let's have a quick look at that. Get the right buttons this time. So James, did he hit the... Oh, there we are. Is it that inside curb? Easily done there. And across the runoff and into the curb. And that's going to lose him lots of places. He's going to have to wait as well for all the cars to go past. And he drops in 15th place at the back of the pack. Just couldn't get back on with the cars going past. So disaster for James here in race 1, but not a disaster for Dyson. Still out front with Inky 2nd still. Eagle 3rd, who's got away from Paul a little bit, but that's your top 4. Now they've got quite a nice gap back then to Brian Moncani. Here on lap 6. Another gap back then to Brian, who's... Oh, and that's a big off from Brian. He's gone, and wow, that was another curve, I think. Or was it a runoff? Well, he ran it off onto the dirt there, didn't he? He didn't hit the curve. It just had a moment midway through the corner, didn't it? And the front end just the little squiggle, and the back end decided there weren't no grip, and around he went. So now he's back to 14th. So James might actually gain a spot here after he's off. So the two that had an off there, and Bryce stays right out of the way. He's got dirty tyres, got no grip whatsoever around that left-hander. So a few incidents already, only on lap 6, and a few drivers are struggling out there around here. And I did say there's going to be quite a few moments happening. Winky now looking like he's starting to... He's certainly getting away from Niggle, isn't he? What's he got for Dyson? Has he got enough to be able to catch Dyson in these back end of this race? Not even halfway through at the moment, so loads of time. But Inky has pulled away from Niggle in 3rd. Still under pressure, or still close to be followed by Paul. I'd say he's under pressure yet, but two still finding out for 3rd and 4th place. So same there. Now there is a big-ish gap now back to Brian Carney. And this battle between Brownie and Hodgie, and it's all closing up here because Slowpoke's not that far behind either, with Love Rocket Rods also in the mix. Oh, Brownie goes deep. Hodgie's going to surely take him here up here through the little kink. Got to be careful. Oh, and he backs off. Yeah, you can't go through there to the side. That was a wise move from Hodgie. He weren't going to get involved in any of that sort of stuff. So Brownie, as he got it stopped at the corkscrew, Brian goes through. Brownie goes through. Hodgie gets it right this time. Slowpoke, then Love Rocket, who's now right behind Slowpoke again. So still chewing the back of Slowpoke's car. Here's Love Rocket. What can he do? He hasn't managed to get past him, although he has gained a place. It's up to 9th now, but still stuck behind Slowpoke. Of course, he gets past Slowpoke, and then he's got another 2 or 3 cars ahead of him that he needs to try and get by as well if he wants to get up that points tally. But at the moment, finding it a bit tough to go forward. It's Love Rocket. Seamus there in 10th. I think Seamus was struggling all night, really. Just couldn't... Oh, and Stealth's gone. Great shot at the back of the car as we see him just literally lose the front. Again, I don't think he even touched the curb, did he? He didn't there. No, the back just came around actually. I thought it was the front, but no, the back just decided to kind of half come around on him, but that's going to drop him all the way down to the back. He's got to can't get his reverse gear, and he's going to roll it back on, and that's 15th, and that's pretty much that I would have thought for Stealth. Although we know that it's very unforgiving, this track, so Plenty of things going to be happening as we see Hodgie attacking Brownie up here again. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's off of the? Oh, it's Bry again. Now I'll try and get it this time. I didn't get his last one, did I? What happened this time? Oh, slides it in way too late. He didn't get that line at all right there in the corkscrew. And he's trying to back it and he's stuck in the middle of the track. Now he's trying to do like a 3-point turn. Comes back on. Gets done and passed by Seamus. So back to 10th goes Brian. So Brian's had a bit of an eventful first race of incidents in his book. It looks like he's passed and got past Niggle. I won't find the move, but he's got it done. Noticed up to 3rd place now goes Paul. So what can he do? Has he got enough to get Inky? Well, Inky's gone, and he's got 2nd Paul. Inky's gone now as well, and he's there somewhere. Let's have a quick look and have a replay of that. Oh, and that's a big one. Yeah, he starts to fishtailing and yeah, and bang, and he's gone, and he's somewhere there, isn't he? So that promotes Paul up to 2nd and Niggle up to 3rd. So now then, Dyson's some way up the road though. He's a long way up the road, in fact. So these boys have got some work to do. We're on lap 9 of 19, so I mean, pretty much halfway through this first race. That's a big gap that these boys have got to try and get onto the back of Dyson. So Inky recovered well, actually, considering where he was or where he ended up. Okay, he'd lost a couple of spots, but to be in 4th place after that kind of off isn't actually too bad. Slowpoke up to 5th now, so Slowpoke he's made loads of ground now and is up to 5th place, looking good. Is Slowpoke into 5th. So Hodgie and Brownie must have had something going on, because Slowpoke's got past both of them. He was behind those. He's got some pace going now as Slowpoke, because he's now chasing down Inky. So let's have a look, see what's happening here, see if Slowpoke can get that 4th place off Inky. Oh, the others fight it out behind him. Slowpoke's saying, well, you know, I'm going to go. I'm not going to fight with you lot. I've got Inky in my sights, and that's what I'm aiming for. So Slowpoke, Inky, then Hodgie and Brownie still there in 6th and 7th. These two have been fighting pretty much hammer and song since, at least for the last half a dozen laps. Been nothing in it at all, these two. I think they might have swapped places now. I think Hodgie's actually got past Brownie. I think Brownie might have been in front of Hodgie, but either way, these two have been having their own little private battle. So we see him come through the corkscrew. Seamus there in 8th. He's doing okay, but I think he had the best night in terms of how he was feeling out there. Just couldn't quite get it to work. The Porsche that is round here at Laguna Seca, sideways there in 9th. Love Rocket back to 10th again as James has a look at Rossi. Rossi in 11th, and who's behind James? That's Brian the Mechanic. So bit of a grouping back here at the rear of the pack. It's James now has a look at Rossi at turn 1. Surely get that done. Can he stop it though? Is he going to hit the back of Love Rocket? Oh, there was a little tag. Rossi kind of abort ignition there. Just kind of went off and thought, nah, James, go on, you have it. James really hard on the brakes there. Very lucky not to hit the back of Love Rocket. I think there might have been a little tag, but nothing that affected Rollers too much there, Love Rocket. But James in 11th. Brian the Mechanic up the inside of Rossi now. Gets the job done. So Rossi down to 13th. Good move from Brian the Mechanic through the dip and up the other side. Tough place to pass if you're going to have a pass up here at the corkscrew. This sort of These are the two stragglers at the back after their offs, Brian and Stealth. Stealth, their teammates actually, aren't they, these two? So they shouldn't really be getting into a battle, but all they can try and do is almost push each other or pull each other along, try and get onto the back of the group, but they are some way ahead. They're going along the start finish now, so they're a couple of corners ahead of these two. No such worries for Dyson. He's got the fastest lap. He's had the fastest lap for some time, in all fairness, 1:21.8. So he's got himself into the 21s. Dyson almost on an afternoon stroll now in the car. Really doesn't need to push. Lap 12 of 19 into the final half of this first race, and it's under no pressure from behind at all, from anybody in fact. And he's not slowing down, is he? He's going to keep going. As you can see, the front right is getting demolished on these cars now, getting late on. Oh, and Paul's pushing hard, gets his wheels on the dirt there. Still in second, Nibble third. And the gap back to Inky, who's just coming out the final corner now, so that's your gap. It's almost the length of the entire, I say straight, it's not really straight, but the start and finish section. So quite a big gap back to Inky in fourth, but he is leading next group of Slowpoke and Hodgie, Brownie, and Seamus and Sideways. Got Love Rocket Rods behind him in 10th. Rocket Rods just keeps sort of going two forward and one forward and two back, doesn't he, in terms of position at the moment. So back to 10th again for Love Rocket, not really gaining anything. He's not really getting anywhere, is he? As much as he tries, and he's pushing as hard as he possibly can, obviously. Just can't seem to get any kind of momentum out here. Race 1, Love Rocket Rods. James, another one who's out to 11th now, and he's falling back into the clutches of Brian Mechanic in 12th, and then Rossi falling back. Oh, there's a yellow flag now. Who's the yellow flag for? Who we've got up here? Oh, and that's someone down there, Seamus, I think. Yeah, there he is. There's Seamus. So instant down here in the kink. That's the back end of it. Let's have another look. He's going to hit the curb, I think. He's in 8th place, just ahead of Sideways. George has come up under the bridge here. Sideways is giving him a bit of grief from behind, and oh no, just runs it out. No, he didn't hit the curb, just literally just got it all wrong. Almost didn't turn the car. I just wanted to go straight on, and now he's stuck in the gravel. Can he get it? Yeah, he gets it going, but then yeah, it's going to take it. Oh, it does a complete 360, and wow, there you go. It's going to creep out of the way of both Stealth and Brian Monclani. Back to 15th, so Seamus struggling to get the car back on the track after he's off. Stealth got past Brian though, his teammate, so up to 13th Stealth goes. Rossi still in 12th. Brownie in 7th place with Sideways in 8th. RG 6th. Would have been Slowpoke still. Dyson in the lead and increasing his lead out front is Dyson. Find the front of this car. Starting to feel a little bit different now with the tyre situation as they are. But still under absolutely no pressure whatsoever, as Paul still in second, but still there is Niggle. Niggle not going away, is he? From Paul. Who's going to have to watch Niggle closely now to the end. I don't think he's going away, is he, Niggle? I think he's going to be there to the end, and this could be quite a battle between these two. We get to the final lap if it is still this close, because be anybody's. They're both obviously on the podium places, so whatever happens at the moment, they're going to be top three, but assuming there's no mistakes from them, because then we've got Inky back there in fourth, but it's a big gap back. Slowpoke now, again, is starting to increase that pace again, isn't he? Or is Inky slowed down? Somehow he's trying to just... Slowpoke's got all the way onto the back of Inky here, and he's really... Now, I don't know, has Inky got a problem? He's got a problem there, because he just took a bit of dirt, so... It's going to allow Slowpoke to get even closer, up into the corkscrew now. So right behind him now with Hodgie not far behind as well, and Inky got that a little bit wrong, corkscrew, so Slowpoke's going to have a look, although not through there. So Slowpoke, but now Hodgie is looking at the opportunity to take Slowpoke down the inside. No. Had a look though, and Inky again taking some dirt, so Inky, a little bit messy from Inky at the moment, isn't it? Again wide at the final corner, although you're okay, but it's just going to lose a little bit of momentum there as Slowpoke now side by side going down to turn one. This is going to be interesting. Slowpoke's got the inside line, so in theory he should be able to go up to fourth place if he can stay where he is. But having said that, Inky's in prime position now to be on the inside for the next right-hander. So yeah, you can actually do that. You can actually stay wide on the outside at turn one all the way around. It puts you on the inside. The driver going into turn three. So Slowpoke had a look at it. Didn't work. Inky still there in fourth, but Hodgie into play now. So these three, if it stays like this, will bring Brownie in sideways as well if they carry on slowing each other up, and it's Inky who's leading them at the moment. Again, Slowpoke goes right up behind Inky on the brakes through the corkscrew. Flying around that lovely left-hander down the hill there. Beautiful corner, that one. If you get it right, it feels great. If you get it wrong, it don't. And now Slowpoke is under pressure from Hodgie. This could be a move on down here at turn one for Hodgie on Slowpoke. Slowpoke's focusing on Inky ahead of him, and Hodgie... Oh, and what's happened there? There was a little bit of a puff of smoke, and I think there was a little tag. Sure. Either way, Slowpoke backed off and lost the place to Hodgie. Maybe he was just looking at Hodgie behind him at that split second. Oh, it's an early break. Oh, and it was very early break from Inky, so that's a strange one there. Slowpoke had nowhere to go but to tag the back of Inky there. So Hodgie now fighting with him, but yeah, that was very, very early on the brakes from Inky, and now he seems to be going backwards again as the Slowpoke now trying to do it again over Inky, but Inky now, yeah, he's definitely going backwards. Slowpoke's got him there, and Brownie's taking the opportunity to dive down as well, and Inky is going backwards. What's the matter with Inky? His tyres look okay, really, relatively okay, compared with some of the other drivers, so I'm not sure what Inky was trying to do here, but maybe he was thinking about race two. He's going backwards. Inky's like just lost another two. He's almost half throttle here. He's not even changing gear, is he? So he's in ninth. So what does this? Is he? He's got his hazard lights going. So I'm not sure. There's obviously an issue of some kind. Because he's just lost about 4 places there in the space of a couple of corners, so clearly something's wrong with Inky. He's turned his hazard lights off now, so it's odd one going in with 2 laps to go. He's looking, and maybe he's in ninth, so I don't know, perhaps whatever that gremlin was, he's got it going again, but it did seem to break very, very early at the turn one, which made Slowpoke just tag the back of him. But anyway, it's gone now. Let's have a look at our leader Dyson coming down through the corkscrew. Fairness, always catching Dyson, but I think he's got enough Dyson on the penultimate lap now. I think Dyson's tyres may well be wearing thin, although having said that, there's a fair gap. He's going over the start finish line now. Paul's just coming out the final corner, so actually that is a big gap going into the final lap. Now I think Seamus is actually now coming to the pit lane. I think he's retired from the race, Seamus, so as I said earlier, he didn't seem to be feeling it, does he? Perhaps there was something wrong with the car, maybe. He's in the garage now anyway, so hopefully whatever it is, they'll get fixed for race 2. So Paul in second still, Niggle in third. Hodgie now up to 4th place with Brownie 5th. These two have been together, haven't they, all this time? I think the fight is over now into this final lap, and it's like Hodgie's going to get a lovely 4th place here if he makes no mistakes. Brownie also in 5th place. Love Rocket up to 6th, so now he has actually got himself back up to speed, but then that's Inky. Yeah, there's lots of things going on, wasn't there? That's why Love Rocket's up to 6th, I think, sideways 7th. So a lot of change here right at the end of this race. Lots of things happening with lots of drivers. But we've got to go on to our leader here, Dyson, coming round up towards the final corner now to take victory, I should say, here at Laguna Seca. Race 1, fastest lap as well, 1:21.8 still, which is the fastest all the way through the race. Never really changed. Congratulations to Dyson. Paul's going to get a nice 2nd place here in race 1. And Niggle in 3rd place. That was a close little battle between them two, wasn't it? And then Hodgie, he's going to hold off Brownie, I think, to take that 4th place. Brownie's going to have a quick burst of acceleration at the end here, but Hodgie's just about had enough to grab that 4th off of Brownie in 5th. So well done to these boys. Love Rocket, well, I think he'll be happy with 6th, actually, the way it went. 7th for sideways, well done to him. Slowpoke, we're coming in 8th, right ahead of Inky in 9th. James Stephen 10th, be disappointed with that, I think. Rossi 11th. Ryder Mechanic runs it a little bit wide, and he might lose 12th to Brian Moncani. Depends on what sort of run Brian gets out of here. Who's going to get it? It is Brian Mechanic. No, it's not. It's Brian Moncani gets 12 ahead of Brian Mechanic in 13th. The two Bry's, 14th for Stealth. And Seamus, we know, is in pit lane. So there's your race 1 results, and well, what a cracking race that was. Got one more coming, race 2 here, so join me again soon for that one. Thanks for watching, see you again, bye for now.